What's up, guys? It's your boy JP, and today we got a video by Jimmy Highlights called "You've Never Seen Basketball Like This." Alright. I seen the first 10 seconds of it. I'm just gonna go back and look at what happens here. Look how these niggas are playing. Watch. Playing wrestling. Like they're in wrestling.
Did y'all just see
basically.
that? These guys are playing basketball. Well, kind of. And this guy just got the life beat out of him. The craziest part about this isn't even a foul.
Oh my goodness. That's thumbnail right there, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is rugball, a sport created in Russia that mixes elements of basketball, wrestling, and rugby to create a hybrid monster of a game where you may just lose your life. It's violent, it's unsettling, and it's pretty much the greatest thing I've ever seen. But before I show you some absurd clips of these guys completely dismantling each other, let's go back a few weeks. When I first saw a clip of this sport, wrestling and basketball, how? Or an even better question, why? Well, back in 1999, the Russian Federation of Rugball was formed, making it an official independent sport. But long before it was official, rugball was used by wrestlers as a form of training to help develop coordination, dexterity, stamina, and many other factors that translated to wrestling. And similar to basketball, rugball is played on a court with a ball and a hoop. And that's the extent of their similarities. According to the rugball rulebook, the game begins by throwing the ball in the center of the field.
Oh my goodness,
it's a court, not a field.
Would I play this? I think I might play this.
The ball could be passed, thrown, beat, or rolled in any. Hold up. Beat?
It's basically football.
You want me to beat the ball? In the game, you can use power tricks and fighting techniques, except for prohibited ones. And by prohibited ones, they mean killing. You can't kill someone. But other than that, you're good. In rugball, there are no free throws, no fouls, you don't have to dribble, no goaltending. There are literally no rules, which sounds insane, and that's because it is. Now, equally as chaotic as the game itself is its name. I'm not sure if it's called rugball or regball. Most sources call it rugball, but their official website calls it regball. So I'm just gonna call it rugball, because everything is ruleless and lawless and nobody cares about anything anyways. You can do whatever you want to score the ball or stop the other team from scoring the ball. And everyone who plays takes advantage of this lack of rules.
That's what I'm saying.
So my immediate reaction to seeing this game for the first time was, ow? Doesn't that hurt?
Oh my
Turns out players can wear elbow pads, knee pads, and specific helmets if they want to. But for some odd reason, a lot of players simply don't. Because who needs functioning joints, am I right? Next, I headed over to YouTube and Reddit to see what others thought of this sport. This guy says this sport reminds him of the late 80s, 90s Pistons game.
That's cap.
And I do see the similarities. Look at that shit. This Reddit user says that wrestling on hardwood floors isn't sustainable. Sustainable? These guys are ready to die for this game. And you're concerned with sustainability? Owie! This is the perfect game for those overly physical football players and wrestlers that show up to basketball runs to put us all out of our misery. And now that I think about it, this game is probably why wrestlers that play basketball are so aggressive. If I knew y'all were doing this in your spare time, I would have never stepped on a court with y'all. And you're probably thinking, it's not that bad. Kind of rough, but any tough guy could manage. And you're wrong. Let's just watch some highlights of one game of rugball. Okay, tip off. Looks like a pretty normal game of, oh, wait, never mind. Right off the jump, homie's getting mauled for no reason. 4 whole seconds into the game, and dude already doesn't give a damn. First possession. Let's see what happens here.
Like, these niggas are fighting each other.
The game just started.
Like, go after the ball, don't go after.
Absolutely wrecked his elbow, and we're just supposed to act like it's normal. My guy, are you good?
That's should be saw at the beginning.
What? Man's just got smoked, and then pops back up like nothing happened. Forget a fractured skull. I gotta get back on defense, guys. This was not a foul. In the NBA, this is attempted murder. Fast forward a few minutes, and this guy's getting choked out. Dude in the red is just looking for
They're
a
not
reason to
even-
whoop someone's ass.
these niggas ain't even going for the
gets
ball,
mad at the
really.
ref. Like, dog, you're telling me I can't just end this man right
They
here,
just-
right now?
they just
I thought this was
fighting each
rug
other,
ball.
nigga. You
5
never heard of
minutes into the
wrestling,
game, and the whole place is unraveling.
These niggas.
All right, next play. Dude puts up a brick. Surprised it didn't shatter the backboard. He doesn't give a damn. Immediately chases the rebound like his life depends on it. Meanwhile,
And the floor
his
is hard as
teammate
shit
is
too, bro.
actively putting this guy to sleep. They couldn't care less. They're on a fast break. Oh, loose ball?
Oh
You
my
get
God,
wrecked.
bro.
Okay, so on this next play, I'm not sure if this guy is a point
What
guard
the
or a
hell?
hitman,
That
but he
nigga's-
is in a literal fist fight with his matchup. But here comes his teammate. Destroys this guy's spine. Bye. Good luck walking ever again. Fast forward. Number 55 is on a mission. He should probably be in the post right now. But this is rug ball. So instead, he's pulling up from 22 feet and knocks down the three-pointer. Out of all the madness I just witnessed, this is the craziest thing yet. Dude splashed a three-pointer like he was made for it. And oddly enough, this play right here is probably the closest thing resembling basketball. And to top off all of this absolute chaos, broken bones and fractured vertebrae, the final score, 8-4.
These niggas ain't even. They don't care about the score, bro. They don't care about. They don't care about putting the ball in the hoop, bro.
So
they just care about killing.
you're
each other,
telling
bro.
me all they had to do was hit 3 threes, and that would have been enough to avoid all of this pain and misery? 3 threes? This is amazing. I love it. In fact, I think every NBA player should have to play at least one game of rug ball in their career.
Yep.
I mean, it might just end their career, but at least they would have some
Might end their
perspective
lives.
on just how soft some of their calls are. You
It doesn't
can't
matter.
even breathe. Literally breathe on some NBA players without them begging for a call. Meanwhile, rug ball players are going to war over 7 points. Which actually makes me think, how do the stats work? Do they count takedowns as a stat? What about punches thrown? How am I ever supposed to make a graph out of this convoluted information? A good stat would be points prevented. Like, you just sent that poor guy into the stanchion and gave him debilitating CTE. Great defense. And it's not like this particular game was any more violent than other games. This game got so intense that the fans started fighting. So what did they do to mediate the situation? Get right back to the action, of course.
They just got a basketball there for an excuse to drop somebody on their face.
Oh my god.
Here's a video of MMA superstar
is playing
Khabib
this
playing
shit.
rug ball, a sport that he actually plays often while training.
We're gonna show you Dagestan basketball without rules. Only one rule: don't hurt yourself.
He's getting into his bag, putting up some shots and getting some cardio in.
Okay, they're
Never
playing-
mind, he's got a guy in submission.
Oh my
This poor
God.
guy just wanted to get his head knocked off in a simple game of rug ball, but instead he's getting folded like a
Why is
lawn chair in the
Khabib
middle of the
killing
game
him,
by one of the
bro?
best fighters on the planet. This went on for minutes, and yet somehow this isn't excessive for this sport. So because this game would give some much needed perspective to some NBA players, granted they miraculously don't sustain a life-threatening injury in the process, who would you pick if you had to assemble a rug ball team of all NBA players? Donovan Mitchell took notice on this
Sorry, what was the question again?
to assemble a rug ball team life-threatening injury in the process. Who would you pick if you had to assemble a rug ball team of all NBA players?
Let me see, starting 5. I'm gonna do starting 5. LeBron James, of course. Shaq, if you're counting old NBA players. Gosh. Kawhi, that nigga fucking ripped his shit. Who am I? Okay, who else? And somebody big, Yao Ming, bro. And Patrick Beverly.
Donovan Mitchell took notice on this
I would
insane
like
sport
that
earlier
nigga
this
to be
year,
the point guard on my
but
team.
I don't think he would be quick to sign up.
Starting
So
five
if
right
I had
there.
to choose
I'm
a
not-
7-man
I'll be
lineup,
on the
and I
bench.
have absolutely
I'll be-
no idea how positions
It's my
work,
team, but I'll be
I'm
on
gonna
the
go
bench.
with
I'm not-
Zion
I'm not playing
Williamson,
this shit.
Eric Bledsoe, Steven Adams, PJ Tucker,
Okay.
Giannis, Russell Westbrook,
these are
and
current.
Stephen
These are all
Curry.
current. Yep. Okay.
Considering the skill sets, or lack thereof, you would need to excel at this sport.
Yeah,
I think this
Zion, I
lineup is
should've-
filthy.
would've
Zion
put
is an
Zion.
absolute unit and already gets beaten down low every
I
game.
was thinking.
So this
I
is
was
just a
low-key
step
thinking
up
of,
from what he sees
I was thinking of Eric Bledsoe too, but then I thought of Patrick Beverly, bro.
on a nightly
Oh,
basis.
that nigga-
Eric Bledsoe is an NFL
Bledsoe
running
is
back that
beast
accidentally
of
signed up
shit,
for the
bro.
wrong sport when he was 10 and never looked back. so he would be perfect for this. Steven Adams is
a
an
brick
immovable
wall.
object, so good luck with that. PJ Tucker
PJ
might
Tucker,
have the most
yeah.
lopsided height to weight ratio in the NBA,
nigga.
so just his frame alone would make him great at this bloodbath. I mean, sport.
Yeah, PJ
With Giannis,
Tucker,
I wouldn't
for
change a
sure.
single thing from what he
Giannis,
does in
yeah.
basketball games.
He's
Just
all
give him the
good.
ball at the top of the key,
Westbrook
have
is
him sprint
perfect.
at
I
the
don't
rim
know
at
why
20
Curry,
miles an
though.
hour, and hope he runs through a few bodies and gets a bucket in the process. Russell Westbrook? Well, he's a no-brainer here. In fact, he'd probably have a good case as the rug ball GOAT. And Steph Curry, it's an odd pick, right? Wrong. Remember, guys, all we need is a few threes to win the game. So
Oh,
avoid
really?
the headlocks and the clotheslines, hit some deep threes, and we're the rug ball champions.
my bad.
Just imagine if you saw this lineup with no context. You'd be baffled, which is precisely how I feel about rug ball. Baffled,
I never played
confused,
this shit,
a
bro.
little scared,
I'll
honestly,
create a starting. I'll
impressed.
create my lineup.
This sport
but
is
I'm
actually
not
really
playing
cool.
this shit.
I mean, I personally wouldn't play
be on
it.
the
I
bench the
actually
whole time.
enjoy
I'll
not
bench-
being in
bench warming this
excruciating
shit out.
pain, but while watching some of these videos, I found myself
Hell
kind
no.
of getting hyped to see who would win these games.
No matter how D's you get, bro, you still have joints, and them joints, if they hit that hard ass floor, bro, it's a wrap, bro.
And who
So
would even
I'm
make it
not-
out alive? Let me know in the
So
comments
no matter
below.
how much muscle
Have
I
you
have,
ever played rug ball? And if so, what was your experience like? And how much did your hospital bill come out to?
No. They better have free healthcare up there. I don't think so, but maybe they do. That's rug ball, bro. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe. If you don't like it, then don't subscribe. Don't like it. Whatever.